Hello everybody, my name is Link Moondog Fazario and this is my cactus whose name is Christine. And I like to talk to my plants. And I was just about to tell Christine the cactus a story about the museum, and I'm going to tell you that story now too, everybody, so get comfy, cause here we go. You see, once there was a owl who wanted to go to the museum, but she did not know how to get to the museum, so she asked her friend, the rabbit, how to get there. And the rabbit said, come with me, and I will show you the way to the museum. And off the rabbit ran, and the owl flew after the rabbit. Right up a hill, a big old hill, to the top. And when the rabbit and the owl got to the top of the hill, sure enough, there was a big museum at the top. Right? And then there was a parrot sitting there. And the parrot said, you can go in the museum, sure, no problem. You can go right in, no problem. But there's a price to pay to get into the museum. And the owl and the rabbit asked the parrot, what is the cost? How much does it cost to get into this museum? And what are we going to see when we get in there? Because they wanted to make sure it was a good deal, right? Well, the parrot said crackers. The parrot said to the owl and the rabbit, it costs crackers to get in to this museum. Right? Crackers. So that's what it costs to get into the museum. Now, Christine, the owl and the rabbit, they didn't have any crackers with them. So they went to the local variety store, which was owned by a frog, and they bought some crackers from the frog at the variety store. Then they went back to the museum and they gave the crackers to the parrot, who was glad to have the crackers. And then the parrot said, please, now you can go into the museum, and by the way, you're going to see things in there that will amaze you. So that was good enough for them, and they went into the museum. And they looked around, and it was big inside, and it was beautiful inside, right? And all along the walls were books, like a library. And there was a ladder. A ladder would go all the way to the top of all the books. So you could get the books from the very highest shelf if you wanted to. And then right in the middle of the room, Christine, everybody, there was a big dinosaur, right? Not a real dinosaur, but the bones of a dinosaur right in the middle of the room, right? And then there was hanging from the ceiling, there was an airplane, an old airplane. Yeah, right up there, hanging there from the ceiling, an airplane. So the owl asked the parrot. The owl asked the parrot, "What can we look at the books? What can we learn here?" And the parrot said, "Sure, you can look at the books. You can look around and learn things, because that's what the museum is for. You can learn things about the past in the museum, right? Or you could learn things about the future in the museum. Or you could learn things about right now in the museum. You can learn all kinds of things, Christine, from a museum, right?" So the owl flew up and grabbed one of the books off the shelf and opened up just one of the books. She just grabbed one of the books and brought it down to show to the rabbit. And the rabbit and the owl opened up the book, and it was a history book, everybody. And it told stories in that book all about the history of their local community. And they spent that day, that afternoon, looking at those books and learning about where they lived. All right, everybody. That's my story. That's a little museum story, everybody. Now, Christine, everybody, before we go, let's do something together. Let's take 3 big breaths and think of 3 good things. Here we go. All right. I'm Link, Moondog Fazzario. This is my cactus, Christine. We will see you again. Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, 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 oh.